We are back for another week of Bona Fide or Bogus. I'm Chris. Here are the potential facts that we are going to work through and try and figure out if we can discern, big word, between fact, fiction. I feel like Jonathan Frakes, for any of you that remember that show. I feel like Jonathan Frakes, except for I think in the production of the show, he knew whether the stories were true or false or not. But I don't, you don't, and we're going to figure it out together. So let's do it. Five fresh facts, potential facts for us today. Let's see if we can figure it out this week and see if we can continue on this roll. I'm on a roll. I like it. The guy I used to go to college with said, "Call me Butter because I'm on a roll." We don't talk anymore. Related? I don't know. Number one, Mark Twain said, "If you don't read the newspaper, you are uninformed. If you do read the newspaper, you are misinformed." Mark Twain was a sassy SOB, I think. So I would tend to believe that. Mark Twain, famous or infamous, I guess, for his wit. And so I don't know. I know that they've had several quotes in here that sound true but aren't. They're attributed to somebody else. I'm going to go bona fide on that one. I feel good about Mark Twain. Sassy comments. Sassy Mark Twain. That's a brand. I don't know why someone hasn't done Sassy Mark Twain, because he's had a lot of cutting quotes. I don't know. Just how I remember Mark Twain. I don't know. Potential fact number two. The planet Mercury is the hottest in our solar system. Mercury is the hottest. I think Mercury is the closest to the sun, so that would make sense. The planet Mercury, I think, as far as planets go, that would stand to reason that because it's the closest to the sun, it would be the hottest. I think that just makes sense. So, trusting the gut, I'm going bona fide on that one. I'm taking a shot here, using my limited science knowledge that I haven't used since high school. Potential fact number three. The same actor who voiced Yoda in the Star Wars films was also the voice of the Muppet Miss Piggy. So the question is, the voice of Yoda, I believe, was Frank Oz. So the question is, I know Frank Oz did a lot of Muppet voices. Sure, we're going for it. Sure, I know he did a lot of voices. Maybe, yeah. Yeah, we're going to go bona fide on that. I'm doing too many bona fides. This one's not going to be good. This is not going to end well for me. Now I'm having that creeping doubt where I feel like I'm being too trusting and too believing, and I feel like it's going to burn me. But it's all right. We're going to keep going with it. Bona fide. I'm guessing bona fide. Frank Oz, man of many talents. I am predicting that yes, he in fact was the voice of Miss Piggy. Number four. The word hangover derives from the drunken British sailors' habit of hanging over a rope while sleeping in cheap hotels in the 18th century. Derives from the drunken British sailors' habit of hanging over a rope while sleeping. I don't know. I feel like I have too many bona fides, so I'm going to break the pattern and I'm going to say bogus. I don't know. I can't explain it. I don't have a strong feeling either way. I don't know how you would hang over a rope while sleeping unless you're hanging yourself, which doesn't really make sense for sleeping. And in the 18th century, I feel like that would have been earlier than that, maybe like 17th century or before. So I don't know. I'm just trying to, now I'm at that point where I'm trying to justify my answer by picking things out of the air. So I'm trying to, whatever that term is, where the cognitive bias or whatever it is, where, I'm trying to find a reason to justify in my mind that it's bogus, because I don't want to put it in bona fide. So, yeah, we're gonna say bogus. I'm going bogus with it. And fifth and finally, one-time owner of Blackwell's Publishers, Miles Blackwell, willed his Scots dumpy hen Gigu more than $15 million. Okay, so somebody willed a hen more than $15 million. That's crazy enough to be true. People leave money to animals and stuff all the time. So what the heck? Let's just go bona fide. Why not? Let's just keep this train wreck going on the tracks while I just believe everything that I read. I was doing so good before this, so we're going to see how far I've gone off the rails this week. And before we get into that, if you enjoy what we're doing here and you're keeping score, you're having fun as we go through all of these, then make sure to like, make sure to comment your score by the time it's done, or your thoughts going into it. If you strongly agree or disagree with some of the way that I work out some of these, let me know. And of course, share this with somebody that you think might enjoy some weekly trivia with me. So here we go. Let's figure it out. Let's go through these one by one in the order in which we read them and see if I can keep this streak alive. I know I'm not having a perfect streak, but we're having some good luck here. We're having some good luck. Much better than 50% winning streak is what we're on so far. So number one, Mark Twain said, "If you don't read the newspaper, you are uninformed. If you do read the newspaper, you are misinformed." I said that was bona fide. It is not. It is bogus. This quote it was not a real quote. It wasn't even attributed to somebody else. So garbage. 0-1 so far. Don't like the way this is starting. Number two, the planet Mercury is the hottest in our solar system. I said bona fide. It is not. It is bogus. Although closest to the sun, which I was right about that, Mercury has a mean temperature of 333 degrees Fahrenheit. According to NASA observations, Venus, the second planet, has a surface temperature of about 900 degrees Fahrenheit. So you can't even cook a casserole on Mercury. What good is it? What good is Mercury? You can't even cook anything on it. 333. Junk. The same actor who voiced Yoda in the Star Wars films was also the voice of the Muppets Miss Piggy. Frank Oz was my guess. I believe that it is bona fide. It is bona fide. Frank Oz voiced the characters of Yoda, Miss Piggy, and more. There are very few subjects that I am usually bankable on, and Star Wars is one of them. Voice actors, usually. Voices. I'm good at picking out voices. It's a weird talent that I've got. When I hear like a commercial or I hear like some narration somewhere, almost always I can pick out exactly who it is without having to look it up. Some people out there might be like, that's not a great talent. Everybody can do that. But I don't know. I feel like with an alarmingly accurate result, I can do that. So I don't know. Number four, the word hangover derives from drunken British sailors' habit of hanging over a rope while sleeping in cheap hotels in the 18th century. I said that was garbage. I said that was bogus. It is bogus. The effects of hangovers have been hanging around for ages, but the word hangover originated in the late 19th century to mean unfinished business. Interesting. Interesting. We're 2-2. It all comes down to this. It all comes down to the hen, whether the hen really did receive $15 million or more of inheritance. One-time owner of Blackwell's publishers, Miles Blackwell, willed his Scott Stumpy hen, Giju, I don't know how you say it. These people have weird names for their pets. More than $15 million. I said that was bona fide. It is bona fide. We're 3-2 this week. Better than 50%. That's all I can hope for. I just want to be able to sniff out garbage, trash, garbage fact, fake fact, more than half the time. Let me know in the comments how you did. Come back next week where we have an all new set of facts, potential facts, and we will go through them again one by one, and we will keep on going and see if we can determine whether these potential facts are bona fide or bogus. Until next time, I am Chris. Come back next time for a bona fide good time.